Now you're talking. Now you're talking. A little Jackson Brown for you. 10:08 on your Wednesday morning. Welcome back to the Bernie and Sid Show right here on legendary 77 WABC. Now you're talking, Bernard. Jackson Brown. Love Jackson Brown.
Why? Didn't he slap around Daryl Hannah at some point? How can you support somebody like that?
I'm voting for Hillary Clinton.
But she smacked around Daryl Hannah too?
I'm sure Bill did. Somebody out there.
No.
He just took his penis out in front of Paula Jones.
That's it. There's a difference. But, that brings up an interesting point.
What's that?
Which is worse?
Hold on, I like this part.
Running on empty.
Come on now, B. Which is worse, what?
A domestic abuser.
Okay.
Or a serial predator. Let's say, I'll put it this way. Let's say...
Does the serial predator come into contact with anybody?
You beat your wife.
Okay.
Or you cheat on her left and right. Which is worse? Is one worse than the other?
Well, that depends on the woman. Believe it or not, there are women that can sooner... It's actually not a stupid question. There are women who are wired in a way they can sooner deal with the physical damage than the emotional. Believe it or not. I mean, look, you punch somebody in the face like you did to me, there's going to be a mark. But here's the deal. That'll never go away, obviously, because of the emotional stress. But there are some women who would probably deal better with a little bit of that than the emotional stress. But I would imagine, in the end, anything physical is usually worse. Is that fair?
Well,
you're right.
The NFL doesn't suspend guys for cheating on their wives. They do suspend them if they assault them.
Right.
Plus, if you get hit, you can't really fight back because the guy's always stronger. At least if he cheats on you, you could just cheat on him.
Right. What?
All right. There you have it. The woman's perspective.
You sound like you've got this take half your stuff thing down pat here, John.
Right.
I have plans.
But more than half. By the way, it's more than half. My wife, Danielle's a great divorce attorney. And I've seen her get 80% women and guys both. So the whole thing at half is a myth. You have a good attorney, it's more than half.
What happened? The guy usually gets hosed, right?
I mean, if you have a decent attorney, and she's actually really good, but yeah, because in the end, they make the guy out to look horrible.
But what if she cheats on him? Does she still get half his money, or can he get half hers?
No, it works both ways. It works both ways. He would hire an attorney, maybe Danielle, and say, "Hey, she cheated on me, and I want half." And he would. But the problem is that in most, and not all, but in most households, the men make more. But he would still be entitled to some of her pay, I would imagine. I'm not an attorney. I don't know.
No, there are mitigating factors like the kids,
right,
and all that stuff.
Right.
Who's going to raise them? A lot of outside variables.
It's just ugly, man.
It is. It's ugly. It's ugly. Don't do it.
Sitting in those rooms, honestly, is like sitting in a Clinton Trump debate.
It's like the waiting room in an abortion clinic.
Oh.
You just don't want to be there.
Right.
It's horrible.
How many times have you been there?
I've
neither been in divorce court.
I'm pro-life.
I've neither been in divorce court nor,
thank God,
the waiting room of an abortion clinic.
Nor should you be.
I always send her by herself.
That's right. and an extra $50 for lunch.
No, I withdraw that comment.
Right.
And apologize.
Too late.
And apologize.
That's like in the court. They already heard it, so. Withdraw that.
Take it back. Strike that from the record. No, it's the ugly thing. We don't want to get involved in that.
But why did you bring that up just now for? Because Jackson Brown and Daryl Hannah?
Yes.
I mean, the guy's he's a great artist. He was a great artist.
That song is just, nobody wants to hear Jackson Brown running on empty.
It's a great running song.
It's a great
No,
running
it's
song.
not.
I use it
It's
every
boring.
time. I love
Jackson Brown is boring.
It was in Forrest Gump.
Ah, you're nuts. Yeah, he did run in the movie Forrest Gump. That was one of the songs. That and the song by Crosby, Stills, and Nash, another good running song.
It's a great...
the Doobie Brothers.
Great running...
Doobie Brothers, excuse me, right, thank you.
The whole movie.
Come on.
Keeps you running. That was close.
Sid's tired.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I actually feel pretty good, amazing.
You are jacked up.
I had a great workout yesterday.
Physically and mentally.
Yeah, I feel bigger today, right?
You're popping out of your shirt today.
I know.
Jesus
I don't know why.
Christ.
It's the Red Bull.
Right, but I meant you're all like, you're walking around, you
feel
eat
great.
Sandwiches, you're stomping,
Feel great.
You did a good job this morning.
Thank you.
Very good
I
job,
appreciate it. Thank you.
I love that Chaz Palminteri.
He was great, and he professed again his love for not just me, but Bernard, and invited Bernard and his lovely wife to his restaurant anytime they want, and did say, quote, that you guys are great together, which I hear all the time. And he said you guys should have more than 2 hours, which is clear, and is going to happen at some point, I would hope.
Now, will he accept if Crash and I go in place of you guys, or no? Do we have to pay?
Well,
the silence said it all.
Well,
Exactly. Forget it.
If it's Crash, you're definitely paying.
Not only do you have to pay, but there's a chance you're not going to get in.
Not allowed on the street? Okay,
Right,
fine.
right. He'll pull a Steve Rubell on you, make you stand outside for 2 hours. No, honestly, if Crash comes to the door and says, I'm going to pay, he'll sit him wherever he wants. No food in a damn restaurant, but this guy, he'll spend $3,000.
You don't want to give him carte blanche
No.
in a food establishment.
Listen, it's much easier and cheaper to clothe Crash. Just get him one of those ELO T-shirts than to feed him.
Wait a minute.
Bottom line.
No.
What? This man comes in with another volcanic ensemble day after day after day. There's no question he gets up at 3 because he dresses in the dark.
He does look it, but that's why we.
Morning,
love him.
Randy. We all get dressed in the dark. You think about it.
Well, actually, I put the lights on, but
so do I.
it's okay.
But
It's
we
all
love
good.
him. He's a great boy.
You give him a gift certificate. That's what you do.
For what?
For whatever.
Popeyes?
That's it. This way.
Buffet.
This way, there's no, there's a limit on what he can consume.
Here's what I want to do. I mean this sincerely. Here's what I want to do. You were on Bill O'Reilly last night. You look great again. You're wearing a high bar shirt. I want Louis Ricard here today. I want Crash's shirt off, and I want Crash measured for his own high bar shirt.
We're posting.
Okay, bring it. Let's go. I'll take the shirt off now.
I'll take a picture.
They have to get material from the circus to actually fit this guy.
Yes, listen, they would need the material to make a tent. You're right about that. He's a big dude, but he readily admits it.
He's a good-looking guy, though,
shy
and
away
lovable, and he's got beautiful kids.
And he knows his stuff.
And he knows more than anyone here about baseball.
He does.
Right.
You know, what's funny is on the Imus show today, I pitted, you'll appreciate this, Bernard, memories of me against John Minko. You were great that day. You specifically were great. I still have the tape 17 years ago. And in the studio that day was Mike Lupica and Mike Breen and Dick Cavett.
To set it up even further, you were competing with John Minko for the sports job on the Imus and Morning show, and everybody was judging you two guys' your performance.
There was like 20 people inside that crappy little studio in Astoria, Queens. And you were, I'm telling you, I've got the tape, you were hilarious that day. So anyway, in an effort to kind of relive that, I now have put Mike Gunzelman up against Warner Wolf in a baseball sports competition on the air tomorrow. It's not going to be nearly as good, I understand that, but it's always fun to have that thing going on. And then I was reminded that Crash is actually the baseball genius here.
He'd blow anybody away. He's he walks around with these obscure T-shirts, baseball names on it.
I was so happy you added away at the end of that statement. You have
I
no
was thinking
idea.
that too. blow anyone away.
I feel like I'm thinking of.
I walked into that without even walking.
Without the away would have been flirty.
What did you just say?
What happened? No, that's not true.
We missed it,
listen,
thankfully.
what are we doing here?